Hello all, welcome back to the next one. So in this one, let's get started and try to convert our test case into the framework style test case. And it will take few lectures. It's not just a task of one lecture, but we will slowly convert and we will slowly build up our framework. So it's a long process, guys. Let me just bring it up. So this was the login test that we built in last class. Now we want to build a page object model. Let's first build up the thinking about it. Let's just build up the understanding about the page object. So we want to build it in the pages package that we created. This is our test package where all the tests should exist, and this is our pages package where all pages should exist. Now let's first create the file. So I'm gonna say actually one more package for home. So I'm gonna say Python package home. So let's keep it the same hierarchy: test home and pages home. Under the home, I want to create the page class. So I'll create a Python file and I will call it login underscore page Python file. So I'm naming it underscore page, so it's just distinct. You don't have to name it. It is not needed to put page under it. I'm just putting it to make it obvious to understand. It's just easy convention. Click OK, and here you go. We have our page class. So let's first create the class, and I'm gonna say it as login page. Again, I'm saying page, and just that. So since it's a class, it's a normal Python class. I wanna define a constructor because there are few things I want to provide this class so it can work on the elements. So in the constructor, what I want to do here is I want to provide the driver instance, because we want to move all these guys, all these finding elements, all these clicking on elements, sending keys. We want to move all these things here in the page class, and that's what we mean by page object model. So all the element find stuff, element click stuff, everything, element typing something, everything should be moved to page class. And the test should only look like, you want to log in, just call login from the page class. And the test should not look like doing all these kind of things. It should not look like doing all these kind of things. So since we want to find those things there, I want to provide the driver instance to my page class. And driver instance is coming from here, Firefox driver. So there should be a way to provide it, right? We will create the constructor and we will take driver from here, and then I'm going to define here self.driver equals to driver. This way we will get the driver instance. Now I want to create the login method to login. So we will modify this login method also in several classes. Let's build it from the basic and then let's modify it, optimize it according to the way it should be. So I'm going to first call it login. That's it. And what login should take? It should take a username. It should take a password, something like that. And it doesn't look good. I'll just call it as normal username and password. It should take username and password. Now what we can do here is we can copy all this code from here. So I'm just gonna copy all this code from here, cut it from here, and then paste it here. Then we will modify a few things. So now this driver should change to self.driver, because now this has become the instance of the class. So I'm gonna copy this guy over here again. Now we need by instance here, not the instance, by module. So we need to import it. So I'm gonna say from selenium.webdriver.common.by import by. So import by. This error is also gone. So now we are finding all these things here. So what we were typing in is username and password. So these guys can just replace it, right? And we are doing the click. We are finding this element with the link text. We are clicking it. We are finding the email field. We are sending the keys. We're finding the password field. We are sending the keys, and then we are finding the login button. We are clicking it. So let's try to call this guy from here. What I want to do here is I want to create the object first. So I'm gonna say maybe login page, I'm just calling it LP maybe, and equals to login page. But before doing that, I need to import the module. So I'm gonna say from pages dot home dot login page import login page. Then we can create the object. So I'm gonna now say login page and provide the driver instance to it. This is it. We are done with that guy now. Once we do that, we are ready to go and we are ready to roll. We can just say lp.login. This is the method that I'm calling from login page, and you guys can see it up here. It's coming in from the login page. I'm gonna save this, and we need to provide username and password. So let's copy this from here because we have copied these things here. So username, and let's copy the password as well. So password, and we should change the stuff here. We should change them from being hard coded to whatever the value we provide. So now it's going to take the value of username from here, put it here, and enter it. Same thing happens to password. That's it. Pretty nice, right? Now this method looks like very neat and clean. So what we are doing in the test is something amazing. We are only calling one method, lp.login, providing the username and password, and good to go. Everything is there, right? Slowly, when we go further in our framework and everything, we will move everything out of here. We will not have all these things here in the test case. So for now, this is the starting point, stepping stone. So let's try to do a few more things to make it a test case. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna import unit test, and I'm gonna make this class as the unit test class. So unit test dot test case, and now I can remove these object things. So what I want to do is I want to run it from the console, from the command line, but I'll not run it with the help of unit test. Otherwise I would need a if and main, if you remember those things. I will just use PyTest, and that is something that we're going to be using everywhere. So let's bring up terminal, and the first thing we want to do here is in the terminal we want to export the Python path. Once the Python path is exported, we will say py.test-s-v, and where is our test case? Our test case is in the test package under home login test.py. This is our test case. So let me just try to run this guy. Hit enter, and it's gonna bring up the browser. Go to the login page, and once the login page is up there, it's gonna try to log in, and it did log in. So we are good to go. I'm just gonna, and it says yes, everything is successful, test passed successfully, and I can just close the browser right now. So here you can see the message also that we printed, login successful. So our test was executed, it was successful, and we were able to move the functionality out of the test case to the page class, and that is our login page class. In next lectures, we will just continue working on our framework, and we will make it a full-fledged framework. So this is just getting started. So you're getting the feel. I know it's really interesting. Please download these files, practice it, and let me know if you have any questions. So I'll see you in the next lectures. Thanks for running this one. Thanks.